Hey guys, it's me, John. I just wanted to update you on a few things that are different about my little setup going on in this tiny little room. This is the jalapeno plant that I showed you in the last video. Um, if you've seen the last video, you can definitely tell that there's a ton of new growth on this thing. Um, I moved it inside because of the weather, and it just wasn't doing what I wanted it to do. So when I brought it inside about 3 or 4 weeks ago, it just started growing like crazy. The amount of buds on here and flowers and everything, the amount of new growth, the leaves, just it's just doing a lot better in here, and I'm really happy with it. Um, I've been pollinating it with a Q-tip. I've noticed a lot of videos of people using paint brushes and even their finger, and I just figured I'll just use a Q-tip. Can't go wrong with that. So that's the jalapeno plant. Yeah, so there's a few problems with the plant that I'm not really completely sure about, but apparently when the leaves curl like this and they get shiny and curly, it's either a calcium deficiency or too much fertilizer. But the thing is, I haven't really fed it that much because it started curling. All the new leaves started curling, and they look very glossy, and I'm not really sure what to think of it. So I'm not overwatering it either. There's I don't know, every 3 to 4 days I water it, which is potentially too much. But I don't know. I'll probably cut back to about a week. Every every 7 days I'll probably water it. But that's the jalapeno plant. Now, if you saw my last video, you'll remember um, my tomatoes were like an inch tall, maybe 2 inches. I don't know. And I didn't do an update on it for a while because I figured, well, there's not much to update, and who's gonna want to see an update that you can't notice any difference? And stupid me didn't pay attention to the fact that there is plenty of difference. This tomato plant has grown, I don't know, I'd say it's like a foot tall probably, and it used to be just an inch just a couple weeks ago. So I'm impressed. It looks very healthy. It's the healthiest plant that I have right now, but I do have others. This one needs a transplant as soon as possible, and I might show you how I do it, but you've probably seen a million videos out there of how to do it. Here's a cayenne pepper. It's it looks like it's doing pretty good to me. The only thing I'd say is kind of odd about it is the fact that the two baby leaves sprouted out really wide, and the stem is extremely thin, and the roots are starting to poke out from the bottom of it, so I gotta add more soil to it. I've also got garlic that I noticed in the kitchen was sprouting because it had been sitting out for such a long time. So I said, hey, I'll just stick it in the ground. I shoved it all the way down there, pretty much a solid 3 inches, and it sprouted all the way up. And they say you can't really do this inside or indoors, but I don't really care. I'm going to do it anyway. So, tomatoes everywhere, lots of tomatoes everywhere. Grape tomato that I took the seeds out of from the store. Here's some basil. You probably noticed it in the last video if you saw it. It's very small. It's definitely a lot bigger now. Here's another tomato. And here's the amazing organic cucumber. I don't know. Something about cucumbers indoors seems a bit funny to me, but I'm excited. They're only a week and a half old, and they're getting there. Definitely getting there. I haven't decided which one I'm gonna try to keep, but I obviously won't be able to keep all of them because they're gonna get huge. And this room is not big. Very small room. I think that's pretty much it when it comes down to these plants. I am starting other plants as well, but yeah, they haven't sprouted out in there. I know it's kind of funny looking, but there's actually some spinach in there growing. Hasn't sprouted yet. I'll probably show you in a week or two when it does sprout. And yeah, that's funny looking. Sorry about that. But hey, if you saw the last video, there's a bunch of dead bodies. Just kidding. There's a bunch of junk under there, and it doesn't look very appealing, so I covered it up. Keep all my soil in there. Watering cans there, some pots, some cups. Here are the lights that I use. 300 watt equivalent, Home Depot, $17. Good stuff. I've got 2 of them that I'm using. I've got these on the ceiling too, but I don't use those really anymore. It is currently about 76 degrees in here, which is ideal, I guess. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, by the way, I started growing some Carolina Reaper seeds that I ordered from Ed Curry, and I was a little bit iffy at first because on his website it says that it could take up to 60 days to germinate and as little as 7 days. And I was thinking to myself, I don't have a heat a heat pad, and I was just thinking, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. So I was trying to think of different ways, like be creative and everything, and think of a way to get them warm enough so that they'll actually sprout. And I stuck them in a paper towel and put them in a plastic bag, and that's how I sprouted every seed in here except for the jalapeno plant. And so that wasn't working after 7 days. So what I did was I stuck it in some soil in a solo cup, and I put some plastic wrap over it, and I stuck it on top of my receiver amplifier thing that goes to my home theater stuff. It's the stereo system that I have, and it produces like just the right amount of heat. And I've put it on top of a paper towel so it won't leak. And you know, I don't want all the condensation to get into the electronics. That would be bad. But it's actually sprouting, so I've got Carolina Reapers, and I'm pretty excited about that. Definitely not going to eat them though. But yeah, that's exciting. So that's pretty much it, guys. I'll keep you updated on everything. Don't really know what else to say, but thanks for watching, and hope you guys have a good day. Feel free to subscribe. I'd love to be able to send everybody out some seeds at some point, and I'll see you later.